The emergency department where they both worked had become their shared world late-night shifts bleeding into early morning conversations, the chaos of trauma bays giving way to quiet moments in the break room. For 6 to 7 months, their relationship had been remarkably smooth. The kind of easy connection that felt refreshing after the complicated relationships both had left behind. She'd told him about her ex early on, 3 years together with a man who treated her bad. The standard breakup narrative that justified why she'd moved on. He hadn't pressed for details, accepting it as the closure everyone needs to leave their past behind. They'd built something new together, drama-free and comfortable. Their coworkers watching their relationship bloom with the knowing smiles of people who'd seen too many workplace romances crash and burn. Then his phone rang during his day off, her voice carrying a strange mixture of urgency and guilt. "Don't be mad at me," she began, and his stomach immediately tightened. Those 4 words never preceded good news. "My ex has been in a car accident and is being taken to the ER. I'm heading there now." The words hung in the air like a grenade waiting to explode. Not, "I wanted to let you know," or "I thought you should hear this from me," but "I'm heading there now," as if the decision had already been made. His feelings merely an afterthought to be managed rather than considered. She explained her reasoning with practiced efficiency. Their coworkers would surely gossip when he came in for his next shift. Better he hear it from her than through the emergency department rumor mill. The logic was sound, but it missed the fundamental questions screaming beneath the surface. Why was she going at all? He could hear in her voice that she sensed his discomfort. That subtle shift in tone that meant she knew this was crossing a line but had decided to cross it anyway. She wasn't asking for his blessing or his input. She was informing him of a decision she'd already made, softening the blow while refusing to change course. "Regardless," she went on, the word itself a declaration that his feelings wouldn't alter her actions. She was going to be with her ex at the ER, first on the scene, the primary person rushing to his bedside, not his family, not his current girlfriend if he had one. Her, the woman who'd dated him for 3 years, who described him as someone who treated her badly, who supposedly left that relationship behind for something better. The image burned in his mind. His girlfriend sitting beside her ex's hospital bed, holding his hand perhaps, comforting him through his pain while her current boyfriend sat at home processing the fact that in a moment of crisis, she'd chosen her past over her present. He thought about his own ex-girlfriends scattered through his history. Would he even know if one of them ended up in the hospital? Would he be on some emergency contact list, getting notified of their accidents? More importantly, if he somehow found out, would his first instinct be to abandon everything and rush to their bedside? The answer was obvious. Absolutely not. That realization crystallized everything. This wasn't about lacking compassion or being heartless towards someone who'd been in an accident. This was about priorities, about what it meant to truly move on from a relationship, about the boundaries that healthy couples maintain between their present and their past. When she called, he'd been clear but not cruel. "I'd rather just be single than have to deal with issues like this in a relationship." The words felt heavy leaving his mouth, but they also felt true. 6 to 7 months wasn't long enough to justify navigating the complicated emotional territory of a girlfriend who still responded to her ex's emergencies like she was still in a relationship with him. The guilt crept in afterward, as it always does when you choose your own boundaries over someone else's expectations. Should he be more understanding, more compassionate, more willing to accept that people could care about their exes without it meaning anything deeper? But the facts remained. She'd been with her ex for 3 years compared to their 6 or 7 months. She'd rushed to the hospital despite knowing it would bother him. She'd prioritized her ex's immediate needs over her current boyfriend's emotional comfort. And most telling of all, she was apparently still so connected to her ex's life that she found out about his accident quickly enough to be first on the scene. Those weren't the actions of someone who'd fully moved on. Those were the actions of someone still tethered to a past relationship, even if she didn't consciously recognize it. And he wasn't interested in being someone's present while they remained emotionally invested in their past. The emergency department would be awkward now, navigating shifts with an ex-girlfriend surrounded by coworkers who'd witnessed their entire relationship arc. But that discomfort seemed preferable to months or years of wondering whether he'd always come second to the ghost of relationships she claimed were over. Was this man right to end the relationship over his girlfriend rushing to her ex's hospital bedside? Or did he lack compassion for someone showing human decency in a crisis? Where's the line between maintaining healthy boundaries and being unreasonably jealous of the past?